In this lesson, we will learn how to use async and await. First, let's take a look at its real-life application. Nuxt uses a method called async data to exchange data with the server side. The async data method is just a shell. It relies on Axios to do the actual work. There are two ways we can set the Axios program. We can return a promise or use async await. The Axios get method will return a promise, which represents the result of the data exchange. If the data exchange is successful, the promise will be fulfilled, which means the then method will be triggered. If the data exchange fails, the promise will be rejected, and the catch method will be triggered. Using async await, we do not need the then and catch method anymore. Our program can look more concise. We first prefix the async data method with async. Then we find the promise and prefix it with await. Await will hold the program until the promise has been fulfilled. The success value will be directly returned by await. We no longer need the then method anymore. But if the promise gets rejected, await will not return the failure reason. We need to catch the failure reason using the try-catch statement. Next, let's try async await in our own program. This is the Ajax function we created before. We created an outer function. Inside it, we returned a promise. The Ajax program is defined inside the executor function of the promise constructor. If the ready state is 4 and status 200, we resolve the promise. Otherwise, we reject it. Invoking this function will only return us a settled promise. We need the then and catch method to retrieve the success value and failure reason. Let's recreate this function using async await. This way, we no longer need the then and catch method. We first find the outer function and prefix it with async. Then we find the promise constructor. We remove return and add await. If the promise is fulfilled, await will directly return the success value. We create a variable to receive that success value. Behind the promise constructor, we can directly console log the success value. Let's test the program. We can see we have successfully retrieved the data. Like we said before, await will only return the success value. To deal with the rejected reason, we need the try-catch statement. Inside the try part, we await the fulfilled promise and output the success value. If something goes wrong, the catch part will receive the failure reason from the reject function. We can see the program has caught the failure reason. Let's pause to review. When you are using async await, you need an outer function. You prefix the outer function with async. Then we prefix the promise with await. Await will hold the program till the promise is fulfilled. Then it will return the success value. If we need that success value, we assign await to a variable. Await only works with the fulfilled promise. To handle the rejected promise, we need the try-catch statement. Using async await, we no longer need to set the then and catch method. The codes for handling success value and failure reason can't be integrated into one function. Our program can be more concise.